Now that fall is here, are you trying out different kinds of chilies? We are. Today, we are going to make a plant-based chili for some friends that are coming over. As always, this is a travel and camper-friendly recipe. So if you're new here, hit like and subscribe for more recipes like this. For this chili recipe, I'm going to make it just like our other chili recipe, our traditional meat-based chili recipe, only we're switching out the meat for vegetables and beans and other yummy items like that. We're going to start with our saute. So let's go to the saute feature on the Instant Pot Ultra. A couple of tablespoons of olive oil. Important to hit start when you go to the saute function. Make sure you hit start. Mine is on a medium saute level, and it takes just a minute, but it will get pretty hot. So for our sofrito, we are going to put in some oil, onion, a little bit of garlic. And then we're going to add in those peppers as well because I want those to have a chance to soften up before we do the pressure cooker setting. So I'm using a couple of teaspoons, actually 4 teaspoons of minced garlic. Excuse me. I'm using 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, or you can use 4 fresh cloves. So 1. I go heaping teaspoons because garlic and onion and all this is so delicious. Give it a good stir. And we really have to watch that garlic because it will burn if you don't baby it. So make sure you're stirring constantly once that heat starts. Okay, so we've got our sofrito going with the onion and the garlic and the oil. I'm going to go ahead and put our peppers in to give them a chance to soften up before we add the liquids and the beans. This is 2 green bell peppers and 1 red. You can pretty much play with this however you like. If you like more pepper or different flavors, throw in whatever peppers that you like. I've gone with 3 large bell peppers in the two colors. If you're doing this on the road, I always suggest, because it's electric, if you have a way to plug it in outside of your travel trailer, your motorhome, your rig, whatever you've got, when you're cooking with onion, sometimes it's better to just get outside for that if you've got good weather. You have cored the white part of your pepper and all those seeds are out. So you're just left with the beautiful color and chopped somewhat fine. For this recipe, because we don't have meat, I want to make sure we have some texture. The beans are going to be pretty soft. So for the peppers, we didn't make them too thin, but I did go ahead and chop the onions pretty fine. I have my onions, my peppers, everything at the consistency that I'm wanting, which is the onions are nice and cooked down, and the peppers are, so I'm testing the softness with my spoon if I can kind of cut through it. I don't want them mushy, but I want them cooked. So kind of that in-between stage. Of course, do it however you like it. There's no rule here, but I wouldn't suggest a crunchy pepper in your chili. So at least get it cooked down a little bit. Okay, so once we get to this stage, I'm going to turn off the saute feature by hitting cancel. So I'm going to go ahead and add 2 cups of water and my spices. For this plant-based chili, I've got 5 tablespoons of chili powder, a half teaspoon each of cumin, oregano, and a heavy half teaspoon of salt. It's probably a teaspoon. We need some of that sodium. And I'm going to mix that in. And we're going to get that water in there. Pretty quickly, so we don't, because even though I've turned off the saute, it's still super hot. All right. That's going to cool that off. I'm going to do 1 more cup. Of course, you could also use a vegetable broth. All right, so we're mixing this up. while it's still nice and hot, that water's in there, incorporating all the spices with the veggies. I'm going to scrape down the sides so I don't have anything sticking in while we're pressurizing. Okay, now we're going to add in beans. I've got 2 cans of red kidney beans. Those I've rinsed and drained. We're going to put those in there. We have 2 cans of pinto beans. I went ahead and drained them. We have 2 cans of black beans I've also drained. And garbanzo beans, 2 cans. These are drained. I'm going to mix that up. Then we will add our diced tomatoes and our tomato sauce. So 2 cans of diced tomatoes. Of course, you can use fresh tomatoes. I'm leaving the liquid in the diced tomatoes because I need more liquid. I will typically use what I have on hand, fire roasted diced tomatoes, regular diced tomatoes, whatever you've got. And I'm also going to throw in some corn for a little variety in my veggies. This is 2 cups. I'm not sure I'm going to have room for my full 2 cups. We're going to go with 1 cup. We are reaching our maximum in the 8 quart. You can cut back on any of the amounts to make it fit whatever size Instant Pot that you have. My tomato paste, a tablespoon of that, which I keep in tablespoon servings so that we don't waste that little can. Well, my little 1 tablespoon servings of tomato paste. If you don't have tomato paste, you can still make chili. You use what you've got on hand. For this recipe, I'm going to actually add an extra cup of water because I want to have a more soupy chili. This is looking pretty thick, and I have enough room in my Instant Pot Ultra to add another cup. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then we are set. Yay! Time to get the lid on and get it going. This is a short one. This is only going to be 8 minutes. There's the happy little tune. Okay, the Instant Pot Ultra should automatically go into sealed, but it's always a good idea to check. Like in this instance, it didn't. So I'm going to release that vent button so that I'm in sealed position. We're going to, once we're set, we've double checked whether we're in sealed or vent. We are going to go to the bean and chili. Okay, we're at the bean and chili setting, and I'm going to change that down to 7 minutes. I'm going to hit the little round button to set it, and now the time is blinking. I'm going to go to 7 minutes, if it'll let me. There it goes. That little round button is key to all of it. Okay, 7 minutes. So bean and chili, 7 minutes. We're going to hit start. It's going to take a little bit of time. There we go. To preheat. But the pressurized time will only be 7 minutes, and then we will see how our plant-based chili in the Instant Pot Ultra tastes. Can't wait. I forgot my tomato sauce. Hey, that happens. I'm just gonna hit cancel. I'm gonna add in my tomato sauce and start our pressurizing back over. So I'm gonna do cancel because we need the tomato sauce. Just before I open it, in case anything is, it is just in the preheating stage, we should be able to just open it back up. Okay. Okay, stir that in. We need that tomato sauce. Cannot leave that out. Or maybe we could. But since we have friends coming over for lunch, I don't want to experiment too much today. In fact, I may add maybe a second. I don't know. Let's see. No, we're at the max. We're good. Okay. All right. We have loaded this 8-quart pot. I think I could fit a little bit more. There's enough to add maybe a cup of something else. Let's see how much we can add. Ooh, 2 cups of water, and it's at the maximum line. So I'm gonna call it at this point. And I've got some, there we go, okay. Okay, now we're gonna close it. Make sure it went into sealed position, which this time it did. Good job. And make sure I'm still on bean and chili since I interrupted it. It still says 7 minutes, so all I need to do is hit start. That's one of the things I like about the Instant Pot. It's pretty forgiving. Okay, so we are done. We are gonna check out how this turned out. I'm so excited. I've got this turned off. I'm gonna release the pressure, which y'all know scares me. So I'm gonna do that from way over here. Okay. Okay. Freaks me out every time. Okay. There it goes. Okay. All right, so. Okay. Boiling hot. We made it through our little snafu. Okay, let's get a bowl of this. Yum. Okay. And garnish it with some avocado. And give it a try. Okay, so I'm mostly curious about how the consistency of the peppers and the beans and the corn and all that worked out. Hot, but it's delicious. Okay, you have to serve this. If you're looking for a plant-based chili, this is a total winner. I cannot wait to serve our friends here in just a minute. Thanks so much for watching. Again, hit like and subscribe for more camper travel-friendly recipes like this. It's been fun having you along. We're starving. We're gonna go eat lunch. We'll see you soon.